Hey everyone, and welcome to This Explainer. Today we're diving headfirst into a massive shift in how home buyers tour and purchase properties as of late 2024. We're going to be unpacking some incredible insights from real estate expert Linda Lopez. You probably know her as Lilo with Keller Williams Suburban Tampa. Now, if you've been even casually browsing the real estate market lately, you've probably noticed a major change in how things operate right at the front door. It's a real game changer. So we're going to break down exactly what happened, why it happened, and most importantly, how you can actually use this to your advantage.
Right off the bat, if you've tried to look at a house recently, you've almost certainly been hit with a pretty surprising question. An agent basically asking you for a signature before they even turn the key in the lock. You know, at first glance, it might feel a little bit intimidating, but stick with me because today we'll explain why this new step is actually a huge consumer protection win for you. Really, this isn't a trap at all. It's an incredible tool for transparency.
So here is our roadmap to systematically unpack these rules today. We'll start with the August 2024 rule change, then we'll unpack the actual buyer agreement, look at your agent's fiduciary duties, talk about services, compensation, and negotiation, and finally, wrap up with how all this empowers your home search.
Let's jump right into Section 1, the August 2024 rule change.
Okay, so as of August 17, 2024, a nationwide requirement officially went into effect. It mandates that a written agreement must be signed before an agent can tour a home with a buyer. This whole thing came about as part of a proposed settlement of litigation regarding broker commissions by the National Association of Realtors. And while, sure, some states have actually required these kinds of agreements for years, for a huge part of the country, this is a brand new standard. It's literally designed to make sure that before you ever step foot inside a home with a professional, everyone is on the exact same page. No surprises.
Now, what's really fascinating here is the distinction of exactly when this rule applies. If you want a real estate professional to take you on a private in-person tour of a home, or even if they're guiding you through a live virtual tour over video, a signed agreement is absolutely required, for sure. However, you can totally still visit an open house completely on your own, or simply chat with a real estate professional about their services in public without signing a single thing. You're only putting pen to paper when you formally utilize their time to access and privately tour specific properties.
Moving right along to Section 2, unpacking the buyer agreement.
Simply put, this document lays everything out on the table. It eliminates confusion right at the start by transparently detailing exactly what your agent will do for you and, crucially, how they'll be compensated. The official consumer guide makes it crystal clear. This document lays out the specific services you, as a home buyer, expect to receive. It guarantees you aren't left in the dark about who owes what to whom. It's all about clarity.
Now, you might be wondering, with all these new rules, do I even need an agent? Well, even though 46% of buyers start their home search on the internet, which, let's be honest, we all love scrolling through property listings, an overwhelming 86% ultimately rely on an agent to actually purchase their home. The sheer abundance of online information actually makes expert guidance more critical than ever before. Sorting out what's true, timely, and valid, that challenges even the savviest consumers out there. When things get serious, buyers overwhelmingly want a seasoned professional in their corner.
Which brings us to Section 3, your agent's fiduciary duties.
So, signing this agreement elevates you from a mere customer to a legally protected client. And that's a massive distinction. Think of it this way. If you're just a customer, real estate professionals owe you basic honesty, fairness, and they have to disclose material defects. But when you become a client through a signed agreement, you receive dedicated legal advocacy. That agent now has a legal duty to place your interests before those of any other parties, including their own.
To really understand this elite level of service you unlock as a client, real estate professionals use a highly memorable acronym, OLD CAR. It's the absolute gold standard of fiduciary duties taught to accredited buyers' representatives.
Let's unpack OLD CAR real quick, because this perfectly illustrates what your signature actually gets you. As a client, your representative owes you absolute obedience to all your lawful instructions. They owe you undivided loyalty, putting your needs above everyone else's, full disclosure of any information that might affect your decisions, strict confidentiality regarding your private info. So no, they can't go tell the seller you're willing to pay more than your initial offer. They are responsible for the safe accounting of all funds. And finally, they owe you reasonable care and diligence to protect you from risks. That right there is the true value of representation.
All right, Section 4, services, compensation, and negotiability. This is where you are truly empowered. The most crucial point to take away today is exactly what this quote from the official consumer guide states. Compensation is negotiable, and it is absolutely not set by law.
You should feel completely empowered to negotiate any aspect of this agreement with your real estate professional.
When you sit down with an agent, pretty much the whole shebang is negotiable. You define the specific services you want. Maybe you just need help writing the contract, or maybe you want the full A to Z concierge service. You negotiate the length of the agreement too. It doesn't have to be 6 months. It could be a week, or literally just for one single property. You also negotiate the exact compensation, which must be clearly defined as a flat fee, an hourly rate, or a percentage. It can't be some open-ended range anymore. And remember, while you are ultimately responsible for paying your professional, you can definitely still ask the seller to cover your agent's fee as a concession during the negotiations.
Let's bring it all home in Section 5, Empowering Your Home Search.
This transparent new model completely puts you in the driver's seat. It's as simple as 1, 2, 3. Step 1, you interview and choose your advocate based on their honesty and track record. Step 2, you negotiate the exact services and compensation that fit your budget, and you sign that agreement. And Step 3, you walk into every single property tour with absolute confidence that the agent standing right next to you is legally bound by that old car framework we talked about to protect your interests, negotiate fiercely on your behalf, and keep your secrets safe.
We'll leave you with this final thought. Before you start excitedly clicking on property listings, you really need a game plan. Now, I'm not sure if it's for you, but how open-minded are you to scheduling a 20-minute strategy session with a professional like Lilo Lopez at Keller Suburban Tampa, whose insights we unpack today? It's the perfect opportunity to harness these new rules and achieve your real estate goals with zero confusion. The rules of real estate have changed forever. The only question is, are you going to let the market dictate your terms, or are you going to take control of your largest financial asset? Thank you so much for joining us on this explainer, and happy house hunting!